What's up, everybody? Ron Harris here. Welcome to Ron Harris Muscle Channel. Before we get started, of course, subscribe, like, and share if you're not subscribed already. A lot of great videos on this channel. Also want to let you know before we even get started, going to be doing live watch parties on this channel Friday and Saturday for judging of the Classic on Friday, finals for Classic, and judging of Men's Open on Friday night. Also going to be finals for Classic on Friday night. And then Saturday, going to come back Saturday evening for Open finals. Doing a watch party here with some of the crew from MD. Giles is going to be on there. Big Mike Cox, Miguel Chain might be there. We got a great crew. Maybe Goon jump in. So the purpose of this video is it's one of those shows, like in the Jay and Ronnie years, the Olympia was always basically considered a two-man show. They got the most hype. They were the ones people were talking about. We haven't really had the Kai and Phil years were kind of similar, but there's more to the show than two guys. And of course, don't want to ever say that no one else can win other than Hadi or Samson. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is set in stone in bodybuilding. Human bodies are temperamental things. Prep is a crazy thing, trying to fill people out, dry them out. People can get things like food poisoning at the last minute. Don't wish any of that on anybody, but these things have happened in the past, so you never know. Samson is a favorite. Hadi Choopan is a huge, huge favorite. It's probably going to come down to those two guys for the win. So let's set that aside and just assume, for the sake of argument for this video, that it's going to be a two-man show for the win, a two-man battle for the win. But after that, things are kind of wide open, guys. There are 7 more guys in the show. The 11th guy dropped out, Remco Bose. And I don't know. I didn't see any videos from him as to why, but I'm assuming he just wants to come back and make an impact when he steps on that pro stage. And sorry, this time would not have been that up against this caliber. We got some crazy good guys in this show. So aside from, this is the official list that came out on ifbbpro.com. So aside from the two guys we're talking about, Hadi and Samson, we also have Akim Williams, Antoine Vaillant, Justin Rodriguez, Rafael Brandao, Jonathan Delarosa, James Hollingshead, Horse MD, Marcelo De Angelis, and Mohamed Shaaban El Imbabi. So let's take a look at these guys. They've been giving us some recent updates on Instagram. And I'm going to pop that one up. I'll start with my I'm really torn as far as who my third place is going to be. I mean, I've been saying James Hollingshead, Rafael Brandao, and I'm still very much torn about who I would go for if they're both looking as great as I think they're going to look. And that's why judging is tough, guys, because these people are incredible. At this level, at the level of the Arnold Classic and the Mr. Olympia, yeah, these guys are amazing. So let's look at Rafael Brandao. Let's see his most recent updates. Let's see. So this was old. That's an old one. That's old. That's from the Arnold South America in 2022. So that's not recent. This is more recent, I believe, because he didn't have that mustache before. If you see the big Mario Luigi mustache, that's how you know these are new videos and new photos. So he took off all of last year. He's been putting on some really good size, fullness. Here we go, some little posing there. I've never seen him this thick and full. He's been a great bodybuilder for a few years now. Came on the scene back in 2017. Giles Thomas was one of the very first to see him over at the San Marino show, San Marino Pro in 2017. The late Cedric. Neil Hill, his coach. Those of you who watched the preview I did with Jose Raymond, thanks for watching that. But I screwed up so badly. I forgot that Neil Hill was coaching him, and I said Chris Aceto, but it's Neil Hill, who was obviously, you probably know him best from coaching Flex Lewis through Flex's entire career, going back to the amateur days. Sorry, guys. So Rafael is a guy that had really good shape, symmetry, a classic look, but much, much too heavy to be a classic physique competitor. But he does have those incredible aesthetics, small joints, great V-taper, round, full muscle bellies, and condition. I was concerned that perhaps he wouldn't be bringing in top-level condition, because that's what happens when a lot of guys put on a lot more size. They want to come in bigger and fuller, and they sacrifice a little bit of condition. Geez, what's wrong with my throat? It doesn't look like he's done that. This was, I believe, a couple days ago. This was shot. He's going to be drying out. He's going to be looking tighter than this at the show. But geez, he is looking fantastic. Look at that. So like I said, after Samson Hadi, this is one of my, definitely somebody I could see placing third. Giles agrees with me. Giles is going to hop on here in a bit when he's got time. Yeah, very, very impressed with Rafael. There's a great shot if you want to study that one. Yeah, that is just crazy. He never had this kind of thickness before. And that was kind of not my knock on him, but, you know, I always look to see what are these people missing? How could they be much, much better and get to that next level? And with Rafael, he had everything else. It was just a little bit more size, fullness. He's got that now. He's got that. Let's go another guy. Another guy I definitely have in my radar for third place, a very, very possible third place. Talk about the shed, James Hollingshead. Of course, this is training footage. He's already in the U.S. Well, he should be. It's the show's. He's got to be at the meet and greet tomorrow. But he came out and trained with his teammates over at Gasp at the what's their place called? Destination Dallas, the Gasp headquarters over there, the world headquarters. Still pulling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that? 8 plates or something ridiculous? Yeah, I think it is 7, 8. Crazy. Yeah. Who is doing this at? This was posted a week ago or 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It's hard to say. But man, he was still doing some crazy, crazy weights. Try to find you some of the recent physique updates. There he's training at Destination Dallas with Branch looking on. You can see thin. The skin is nice and thin. Call that nice cellophane shrink wrap look. The paper thin skin with the vascularity. Here we go. So this was some very recent posing in the gym there. And like I said, that's another thing I always want to see from James. To me, he always sort of flattened out at contest time. Never had the really full look and pop that I wanted to see on him. He's got it in this. You know, nothing really matters until we see these guys on the stage. Guys can get fuller in the last few days. They can get flatter. A lot of things can happen to the human body, but this is a really good look for James. He's so thick, so dense. Man, and you know, he does get an extra level of respect from a lot of the fans out there because he trains like these old school guys like Ronnie, Branch, Johnny, all of whom were Metroflex trainers in Texas there, ironically enough. You know, an extra level of respect is often given to these guys who are as strong as they look, if not stronger. Look at that. I mean, you can see the fullness on him. Kind of reminds me of Branch in this shot, not just because of the bald head. Maybe he'll go to Turkey like I did and get this all. Because you can see he got plenty of hair here like I did. They can take that those healthy hair follicles from the side and the back and put them on top. But he looks good bald. He looks great bald. What am I saying? He doesn't need to do a damn thing. James looking good, really good. A lot of people have him as high as third in this, and I'm not arguing that for a minute. Like I said, I wouldn't write any of these guys off, the entire lineup. It's a very solid lineup. All these guys have done very, very well in the past. There he is with John again. And the ab and thigh shot, great leg development. I'm always a stickler for great legs. James has not only the quads, but the quad sweep, that nice outer sweep to the thighs, and from the side, he's got the hams, he's got the glutes, he's got everything. So here he is doing some shrugs. I wonder if Nick Del Toro shot. Look at the back. Look at the dense. Look at the thickness in that back. That is crazy. That's one hell of a back. Wow. Just want to check the StreamYard real quick. Make sure you can hear me. Okay, good. I'll get back to you guys in a second. Let's move on down the line. This is all in no particular order, by the way. These guys are all amazing, but I want to keep going down the line. Who else do I have? All right, we'll just do. Let's go the order that I have them in. So Justin, see, check the stories first because the stories are often the most recent updates. Okay, so. This was in Columbus. Last update till Friday. So this is the last shot we'll see him. He's not going to post anything else. You can see that face. You can see how sucked in and caved in his face in. Honestly, a week or two ago, I'd say like 2 weeks ago, I was like not really feeling confident about Justin's conditioning being spectacular like it needs to be. All these guys need to be spot on, obviously, because when you're up at the caliber of a Mr. Olympia champion and defending Arnold Classic champion, you can't be off your game. You have to be up there. He pulled it together, as he usually does. So you can see there, look at that. Like I said, that ham drop. To me, great legs look awesome from the front and from the side, from the back as well. But when they look awesome from the front and the side, it's just, kudos to you. Extra props. So he's looking crazy. Look, he's got those nutty arms of his delts, condition. He's getting nice and dry. I think this is going to be coming in a little more clear and separated in the next couple of days. At least I hope so. I think that's his daughter. All right, so everything else is just these. Yeah, I mean, this was just a few days ago, and based on this, I was thinking, oh, he's off. He's not going to be 100% in condition, and that really worried me because if he showed up looking like this, it would have been like third call out, which in this case would be last call out. But he pulled it together, man. He pulled it together. Let's keep on going. Who do I got next on the list here? Shaaban, Mohamed Shaaban. Let's look. Okay, so that was, I guess, probably start of the prep till now. You can see that difference. Look at that. Wow. I don't read Arabic. That is Arabic. No, that's not Arabic, is it? No, that looks like Tamil or Sanskrit or something. I don't know. It's not Arabic. I know what Arabic looks like. Okay. Okay, so this is a real recent update. This was posted very recently because stories only last for 24 hours. So he keeps posting this. I mean, that's a great shot for him, that front lat. You can see he's got great thickness. I would like to see a little more separation here in the arms, maybe across the pecs. Great legs. Nice, round, and full. Looking good, man. That looks like that's Arabic. The other language was not Arabic, I don't think. You guys can go ahead and correct me. I'm wrong all the time. That's why Jose calls me Wrong Harris. So that was posted today, 18 minutes, going by the comments. So this is a recent shot. Yeah, he's up there. Like I said, all I'd really want to see is a little bit more crisp, clear separation between the muscle groups here. But man, he's in shape. He's a contender. Yeah, Andrew Vu's his coach. Yep. So you could see the start of the prep to now. So that was probably 16 weeks ago. This was off-season condition, and he dialed it in. Dialed it in for the show, like you need to. It's training stuff. All right. Well, looks great. Wish all these guys best of luck. I'm not kissing anyone's ass. I'm not throwing anyone on the bus. I have mad respect for all these guys. So let's go to Jonathan Delarosa, formerly from New York, living in Florida now. There he is with his beautiful wife. Okay, so that was posted a few days back. Me and Jose looked at that. Jose and I. That was his calf. He's got great calves. Yeah, I don't think we had any. So he's not posting a ton of physique updates. This was last week. So I think he still hadn't shaved. He'll tighten up. He needs to be really dialed in 100%. They all do. I mean, I sound like a broken record. Do you guys even know what broken record means, you younger guys? We used to have things called records. So Jonathan, here's a little posing action from him from a couple of weeks back. It looks like 2 weeks ago, based on I just go by how long ago the comments came. Yeah. So Jonathan, very nice shape, structure, nice and thick. Love that. That's my favorite shot from John's frontal bicep. Fantastic. Got a great front lat too. Side shots are crazy on him. Okay. Let's keep on going. Next guy, let's look at Akim. So Akim, I was a little worried about Akim. Here he is is that him with the crazy beard? Trim that beard. Here is a Breon. So he's working with Chris Aceto. He's worked with a few good coaches over the years. You can see how dry and grainy. Look at those striations in the thigh from the side. Calf coming in nice and dry and tight. And Akim really is somebody that needs to be super dry and grainy looking to showcase what he has, which is tremendous size, shape, structure. He's a huge guy. He's about anywhere between 255 and 270 on stage. I like him lighter. When he comes in lighter, when I saw him win the Toronto Pro, when he won the Tampa Pro, beating Kamal, I think he was a little lighter then. That's when his condition is the best. And, it's not a conditioning show, but that is very important because these guys are all big. Most of them have great structure and shape. So what does it come down to? Little fine details. Yeah. So this was a few days ago, 3 days ago. Akim the Beast, big dude, repping his sponsor. Hope they all appreciate me putting their sponsors up here. Well, I'm using their footage, so what the heck, why not? There he goes. He's peeling off, hitting a couple poses for us. Crazy shoulders, crazy arms, big thick chest. He's not missing anything. We've never really seen the back dry, grainy, and detailed, but let's hope for the best. There's with his supplements. Search. Who was next? Who we got next? Antoine. Here we go. Antoine. Okay. I also want to let you guys know, when I say dark horse, that's really not accurate because I looked up what's the actual meaning of dark horse. It is a candidate or competitor about whom little is known, but who unexpectedly wins or succeeds. A dark horse candidate. Well, we know about all these guys. So typically, you could only apply that accurately to an amateur show where someone wasn't unknown. None of these guys are unknowns. So Antoine's showing us some Fruit Loops. Yeah, he's doing some last-minute training here. Doing some standing one-arm hammer curls across the body. Yeah. Love Antoine's physique. Both these biceps have been torn in the past couple of years and repaired, and they look good as new. There is no deformation, no gaps, I bet if close up I could probably see the scars, but here in the video, I can't see no scars. Looks phenomenal. You see the face is all sucked in. He's in shape. He's in great shape. Antoine. Just want to see if there's any more. He's repping HD Muscle. Good for you. That's good. That's your sponsor. Okay. Let's see what he's got for physique updates. I don't think he's posted too many new posing photos. He's got great calves. You look at the fibers dancing around when he does that. Great calves, which, it's a lot of genetics in there, but he trains them hard too. He's not one of those guys that doesn't train his calves. And this is what I'm really happy to see with Antoine. He's older now. He's in his, I want to say he's like 35. But I've been following this since he was a kid, since he was like, he was posting on Chad Nichols' Muscle Mayhem board back in, oh man, probably like early 2000s when he was not even 20 yet. He was competing as a junior up in Canada. But now he's got that muscle maturity, that old man muscle, the real density and striations and detail, just that mature, seasoned, polished look to the muscles. Size, shape, all these things are great. Even being low in body fat, that's great too. But that extra level of, you don't get that. You just don't get that overnight. It takes years of hard training, heavy training, which he's obviously done. Okay, he's smoking a cigar. So this was the last posing update he did in the Timberland boots. Very good poser, Antoine. He's got a good sense of which poses suit his physique the best. He hits the transitions very well if you've ever had a chance to see him pose. Yeah, look at that. There you go. That's a shot I used for the thumbnail. Thumbnail, guys, I could only fit a few people, so it wasn't like those are the only guys I considered as being possibly doing very, very well as high as third. No, I just didn't have a lot of room. I went with just a few top names there. Yeah, even his back has gotten better. That was an area he needed work on years ago. He's really brought his back up. He's working shoulders here, but we're seeing the back. That's why I'm referencing the back. Side chest, great shot. Would like to see more, a little more thickness here, but nobody's perfect. Everyone's got room for improvement somewhere. He's fantastic physique. Look at those quads. Crazy quads on Antoine. Showing his quads again. There's that shot again. I mean, I'd post that picture every day if I was him. All right, we got one last guy, and then I'm going to get off the Instagram here. And I saved the best in terms of what you Brazilians think. Horse MD, Marcelo de Angelis, which Jose pointed out, he never really was a classic competitor. There's a recent posing shot. His back and his chest were the areas where he needed the most improvement. Back looks great in this shot. Arms are crazy. Legs are, look at the hamstring. Look at that hamstring. Comes out in a perfect crescent moon shape. You don't see that too often from the side. He's working with Milos. There's Milos putting him through the last last couple workouts, I'm guessing. This was 17 hours ago, so this was yesterday. There's Betty, Neil's wife. Yeah, Marcelo's looking ready. Okay. Great front lat. Look at how wide he is across the shoulders. Great V-taper on him. I'll go back to that. That's a great shot for him, that front lat. Milos is very, very attentive coach. He gets more upset when these guys don't get the call-outs and everything than they do. All right, let's stop presenting the screen. We got Tiger. Let's see. Let me stop that screen so I can bring on Giles Tiger Thomas.
Ron, sorry.
Right.
Caught me eating Brazil nuts, mate.
Brazil nuts. You Brazilians out there, you are nuts. Let me turn this light up.
I'm doing it on my desktop because when I do it on my phone, it sounds like I've got teeth missing.
Well, this is about to. I'm about to admit how stupid I am. The last two videos I did one for Muscle Tech, one for my own channel. I didn't check the microphone settings, and it had defaulted back to the crappy one that comes with the webcam, not this. So I sounded like I was in a closet or something, not in the closet, but I sounded terrible. So apologies to any of you who had to suffer through that. But welcome, Giles. You can finish chewing.
I've got 3 left, but I'll finish them afterwards. So
we'll start off with some comments if we want to address what there's Jen. Thank you, Jen, for joining us. Jen's received, and there's her book, Potholes, guys. She's a writer like myself. She writes fiction, nonfiction, but this is a fictional work. She's actually working on the audio book right now. She just finished chapter 4. I just wrote another book, released another book. What's up, Ron? What's up, John? James Hollingshead will be 3rd. Okay, Jen, Kim 3rd. Oh, we've got an argument here. People have different picks for 3rd place. How dare you? All right, we'll start with this one. What do you think about James growing a beard like Branch Warren? Well, James has had a beard for years, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Branch just recently started growing beard, so I think Branch copied James, not the other way around.
100%.
Yeah, so that's neither here nor there. Jen says Rafael Brandao looks amazing. I think him and James H will battle out for 3rd. That's my battle for 3rd right there, Giles. Is that what you have?
I've got Rafael in 3rd. I messaged Neil Hill this morning because I haven't messaged him personally for bloody years, and I just thought,
oh boy,
and I thought what a great job he'd done with Rafael. So I thought I'd message him, and I said, look, mate, fantastic job. And then I got a 4.5-minute voice note back, and then we just voice noted back and forth and texted back and forth when we could just rang each other for about 45 minutes. And he said that that recent posing video he posted, where he's he's looked full, and he said he's still pretty much 0 carbs and all that, and he's not even pulled water yet. His sodium's high, his water's still high. He says, and Giles, I would be comfortable with him going on stage like that as he is now. And he said he will, from the 2022 Olympia, he said, as of this today, or when that video was posted, I think yesterday, wasn't it? I could read the message. He said he's going to be about 16 pounds heavier. So I think anything over 10, even 10 pounds on Rafael Brandao is going to make a huge difference, because his physique is just, it ticks it's like Samson's, really. It ticks every box, but he's actually got very, very good conditioning. There, this one, hang on. I think, I'm sure he sent me some written messages, so I'll try and read them out. I don't want to play the voice notes because
yeah.
It's all voice notes. Hang on. Yeah. Oh well.
Well, I already apologized to Neil publicly for screwing up on the Jose corrects me all the time. That's why I like, but he does it in a funny way, because I said, well, he's working with Chris Aceto, and he's like, Ron, where have you been? And I knew I knew in the back of my head, and I can't claim dementia or anything like that yet, so I don't know why I screwed that one up. But
it's their first prep working together, so that picture there is incredible. That one, if he brings that to the stage, like, I could see him being moved into the center more, definitely with Hadi and Samson. If that is basically what we're going to see on stage, that level of fullness and dryness and hardness. Because I sent that message to Neil, and he says, "Oh well, Giles, he looks great now." He says, "But I'm really nervous because what can happen in 24 hours and stuff like that." He says, "So I'm really, really monitoring him closely because, he wants to bring that. He wants to bring that to the stage, if not better, because I think he knows he can get him even fuller and crisper. So if he does, then there's absolutely no doubt we're going to see an all-time best Rafael Brandao." I mean, is it even conceivable that Hadi and Samson might not be the top two? I mean, we've seen stranger things happen in bodybuilding, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, I almost feel like it's those years like when Jay and Ronnie were doing the Olympia. Like it was they were the ones on the poster. They were the ones everybody was talking about, and there'd be like 20 other guys in the show. And I felt it was kind of like not demeaning, but just not really giving the other guys their fair due, because like we said, say God forbid Samson or Hadi, one of them gets, things like food poisoning can happen. They might get COVID. Well, hopefully not. I'm saying God forbid anything happens, but things happen. Things have happened. What happened? Salmon? That happened to Phil Heath. Yeah,
why is it always salmon when we hear that?
I don't know, guys. Be careful with your salmon. It's very, very easy fish to spoil, I guess.
And I lost 10 pounds overnight. Like, yeah. Pull the other one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was believing it, but that was. Let's see what else we got. Okay, now we're going to predictions. So everyone's got their own top 5 and top 6, and it could go so many different ways. Hadi, Samson, Horse, Antoine, Rafael, James. I like Horse. I don't know if Horse can get ahead of both James and Rafael though.
No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think he's still a bit light in the chest and back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
His legs and his arms are incredible, but also he's definitely been playing the size game. And don't forget, Romania was only 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And he looks a lot bigger. Now, what happens when guys make those kinds of leaps in size and shape? Because you know what they're having to do to put that amount of size on. Mm-hmm. Tends to go to the waistline.
Yeah.
And I know all the shots that we've seen, obviously carefully selected, all look absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit nervous about the waist thickness, the chest. I think he's going to be. I've got him in a fifth place.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Anytime I hear somebody say, "What am I echoing now?" Anytime I'm not echoing on your end, am I?
Nope.
Okay. Anytime I hear someone say they're up 10 pounds or 15 pounds, like, uh-oh. It's always a warning. Okay, so Raymond's talking about Rafael's mustache because, I don't think Bumstead won the Olympia until he got the mustache. Isn't that right?
That's correct, because in 2018, I saw him with a mustache after the weigh-in at the Olympia, and I said, "Oh, mate, I love the mustache." I said, "It looks great." And he says, "Well, I can't tell you who's just said it to me. I mean, I guessed who it was. I think we set up. He said, but I've been told to shave it off." He said, it's not a good look. Yeah. And that was the year he came second to Brion, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's only a couple.
And a year after, and he's won it ever since.
There's only a couple people who could tell you that, and you wouldn't be like, "Screw you, I'm going to keep the mustache." Yeah. Jen wants you to drink some water, Giles. I'm also concerned that you need some water.
Yeah, no, it's
those Brazil nuts
sticking in my throat.
I'll keep talking. Says James Warren. These JH videos must have been reposted wrong because they're actually old. James Hollingshead, not the posing videos. No. The posing ones that were posted those are new.
I think we're going to see the best James Hollingshead we've ever seen, though. I mean, that's indisputable.
Now they're talking about Classic guy. We're talking about Open right now, Chris. But we'll get to Classic on Friday. We're gonna do a watch party for the Classic judging. So yeah, Urs. I never worry about Urs being in condition. Here we go. No, I didn't take French. You did. Isn't that correct?
I know what it means, but I can't tell you.
I'm gonna try to say it because I can sort of. If you can speak the Romantic languages, like if you learn Latin or if you learn Spanish or Italian, you can sort of read anything. That means I don't see something with you. I don't something to do with you. Never mind. I can't. Do you know what it means? Is it obscene?
I don't know.
Oh, you do. I thought you Vivi. Je ne. I can't even pronounce French. My bad. Je ne veux pas payer un sou. How's that? Did you watch the Daryl Dixon series like I told you to?
No. I haven't watched Walking Dead since 2016, mate. I'm on Van Helsing now, season 2.
Rick Grimes came back Sunday night. Where were you?
How did he come back in it though? How did he come back?
Well, he wasn't dead. He got blown off the bridge. He got picked up by the CRM, the helicopter. He's been living in their secret city for years. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. You can watch it.
I stopped watching after Negan got his throat cut.
Oh yeah, he's fine. You're seeing Team X. Thank you, Raymond. Akim the classic mustache. Well, he's got a hell of a beard. I don't know if I'd go on stage with a big beard out to here. I would trim. He probably will trim it down. Isn't that what most of these guys do? They wait until like the 2 or 3 nights before
Rulli, Flex Lewis.
Yeah, Dexter had this big fluffy beard, and then he showed up with a clean-shaven face a couple years ago.
Awful. Bloody awful. It was all grey and horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
better off.
My beard would grow in quite 4 or 5 different colors at this point if I didn't shave it. Jen says Antoine looks amazing. He's gonna be top 5. He's really looking terrific. That would be a surprise. Not that he's not capable of it, but he's never been at that level before. So if he breaks top 5, Antoine, there's only 10 guys. So 7 guys. Oh, you have him 7.
I put him 7th.
Okay, but I'm just saying, if he could be as high as 5th, that's gonna really put him on the map in a bigger way than he has been up to this point. Jen and Antoine 4th. Yeah, I mean, we've all got it. It doesn't look like Tiger Towers.
It is. Yeah. It's the because normally, like I said, I film it in my office on my phone. But with StreamYard, I can't download it on my laptop for some reason, so I use it on this, and it makes me sound like I've got no teeth. So I've used Lauren's webcam in one of the in her. This is technically her office.
Okay. Yeah, no. Somebody said you. Oh, yeah, I can see there's a Ronnie cover. Somebody thought you had a lisp, and I said Giles does not have a lisp. He does not.
I've got all 9 teeth. Look.
That happened to me one time too. Or a video, for some reason, it sounded I had a bad lisp in a video, and it wasn't really there. It was something to do with the mic or the audio.
It's the mics on iPhone 14s, mate. They're really bad. Because I was on the phone to a friend of mine, and he sounded like it as well. And I said, "Hey, you've got teeth missing." And he says, "No." He says, "Just talking through WhatsApp audio."
Giles, you have a doppelganger pretending to be Giles?
No, maybe this one's much better looking.
I don't think anybody could duplicate Tiger. It would be very, very difficult. Mark says, I think Rafael may be one of those guys who looks small. He doesn't look small now, but under the Arnold light, he may create an illusion of size and incredible. Yep. He is. Didn't we, on the group chat, didn't we hear from Miguel that he's up 10 pounds, 10 or 12 pounds?
No, like I said, I spoke to Neil Hill today, and he said in the voice note, he said as of that video he posted, he said he'd be 16 pounds heavy.
Wow.
Stage at the Olympia.
Jeez.
So, I replied back to Neil. I said, Neil, I saw Rafael Brandao at his pro debut when he was like 24, San Marino in 2017. Yep. It was first call out with Hadi, Cedric McMillan, Brandon Curry, and he ended up in 8th place.
Wow. And
it's almost like we've been frustrated because he's been progressing, but it's been very, very steady. And it's almost like, and I remember interviewing him for Global a year or so ago, and he said, "No," he said, "I don't want to put on too much size. I don't want to lose my aesthetics. I don't want to rush it." But it sounds like taking last year off was really valuable because if his actual final stage weight and his condition is better than it was at the Olympia, and he's at least 10 pounds heavier, that's going to be absolutely incredible to see on Rafael, and that's why I think he could take 3rd place. And I think he'll. I posted a video on my Global Muscle Instagram, and it was from Samson and Rafael in the pose down at the Olympia. And I mean, Rafael's much better condition than Samson. He's got aesthetics, he's got balance, he's got beautiful shape. He doesn't really have a weak pose. Yeah. I can see him being moved into the center at least once. And you watch. I guarantee it will happen.
No, because, I mean, I don't doubt
it. He's going to compare very well.
Especially if I assume Steve Wember is going to be head judge, but whoever, if it's Steve, he'll definitely do that because he likes to do a final call out and he gives everyone a chance to be in the center. Everyone who's up on stage. Sometimes it's only a 2-man and they just flip flop a couple times. But I've seen 3 guys where they have to do all the poses 3 times in a row. Mm-hmm. Brutal. It's like porn stash. It's not a porn stash. Horse seems to have a really high tricep insertion. No, arms are the least of his worries. His arms are great. I wouldn't worry about
his arms are great. His arms and legs are fantastic. His rear lat spread's good, but his radial bicep and his chest is weak. It's not weak. It's just he needs. I mean, he's still, he's only like a year into. He only made his pro debut at the Romania last year,
right?
And he looked fantastic. Beat Nathan Diasha. So I think he's just a work in progress. But I am worried about how much bigger and freakier he's looking in a very short space of time, and I worry about the effects that could have on the rest of his physique, because I think it's usually when guys put on that much size too that soon, you get them on stage and you're like, oh, they've kind of ruined their physique there, they've ruined their shape, but he's I just hope he's not in too much of a rush to kind of get huge. I mean, obviously the opposite approach worked for Rafael, and I think we're going to see the all-time best Brandao this year.
Yeah, I mean, Rafael has said, I remember interviewing him. I only got to interview him once, but he was he made it very clear he had no interest in piling on mass quickly. He had a very, very clear plan, and he stuck to it through a couple different coaches that I'm going to put on the mask very, very gradually, take my time, do it right, keep my lines, keep my shape, because we've all seen physiques get destroyed by getting too big, too fast. Back to horse for a second. You might know this and you might not, because neither one of us is as up on classic as we are open. Did Horse ever actually compete as a pro classic competitor?
No, but he was prepping. Do you remember he was prepping for one, and then he pulled out because he knew he was never going to make weight because his body was just growing. I mean, I was actually really disappointed with that, because when I saw him I think it was 2021 at the Brazil show, the muscle contest show, I looked at him and I was like, my God, because he was only like a couple of pounds over classic there on that stage, and you thought, well, he could definitely get a bit harder. And I thought, if he comes in harder and made classic, I think he'd be giving Chris Bumstead trouble. But obviously, he tried classic and he realized his body wanted to grow, and he just went, oh, sorry, I'm just going to let my body do it at once, and just obviously he's just exploded now. So.
as hell frozen over.
I never agree with women. It's very bad practice.
Ooh. The opinions expressed by Giles are not necessarily the opinions expressed by Ron. Did I already put that?
I'm sorry. I always agree with women. It makes my life easier.
Well, happy wife, happy life. It's actually very. I don't like that phrase. It's like that means you have to be like a slave. Like that's as bad to me as like when women had to be like, bowing and scraping to husbands. Now it's like husbands have to be bowing and scraping their wives. No, shouldn't be like that for anybody.
Not in this household.
Oh boy, Hungary. Giles and his partner, is that the word you use? I don't know. Fiance, girlfriend, I don't know. They're going to be doing the live cast for the Hungary. We're getting way ahead of ourselves. That's when, October? Is it October? No,
Let's do a quick story about that picture.
When's that show?
It's May the 11th in Budapest.
I got to go to the picture.
No!
You're asking for it.
Can I tell you the story about that awful picture they've used?
Of course.
Well, because we were doing a live stream for the NPC Sweden for Gasp in Sweden. And I said to Lauren, go on, Lauren, do the bikini girl pose, the goofy pose. And she was like, she's like normally quite, serene and stuff like that. And I said, go on, do a goofy picture, do like that really cheesy picture. So she did it. And then she said, I want to take a picture of you. And I said, well, shall I do the same? So I copied her and did the silly bikini girl photo. So obviously, they found that. And they used it last year as well.
There we go. Finally. That doesn't look goofy at all. Looks like you guys are having a great time.
It's just so silly. But I said to her, can I send you some pictures to use? And I thought, oh no, I've offended them. And she says, you wanted to change it? And I was like, and then she said, we love it. The energy is so great. You look, it's such a fun picture. And I thought, I don't want to upset them. So I said, go on and use it. Get it out. Get it posted.
1999 euro. Okay. Yeah. I had to do some, it was, how many lira? Turkish lira. I had to do a lot of money conversion back in Turkey. Do you know this has been 4 weeks to the day now since my new hair? I was just about to say it's growing back nicely there, mate. It's starting to. Yeah, this in the light, this still looks kind of bald because this is all grafted hair, so it's more delicate than my. You see how much thicker my normal.
Oh yeah.
Who cares, right? All right, let's go. Let's continue on. Rafa's mustache. It's gonna be the talk of the show. Is Rafael's mustache?
All right, but you talk about mustache is a lot now, right?
Guys, you believe that question based on the picture? I just can't see. It was added 15 pounds. I wouldn't say 5. If I had to guess, I'd say 10. But it's all illusion. It depends what it looks like anyway. If it looks like 15 pounds, or he just needed to be. He needed to be bigger and thicker, and he's bigger and thicker.
I mean, he's 6 foot tall, so 10, 15 pounds isn't like a massive, but I think it'll be enough. But like Neil genuinely sounded. Because Neil's like, I've been in front of Neil when he's been looking at Flex and, giving Flex Lewis shit and saying, really. And he's hard to impress. He's not the sort of person that gets really excited if he's not genuinely excited. And I think he's really, really happy with how Rafael's coming in. And I think because he said, I felt a lot of pressure, being his coach. And this is our first prep and it's a freaking Arnold Classic. Do you know what I mean? I think he would have liked to have had a few more lower tier shows to kind of ramp it up a little bit. But I think so Neil's had a lot of pressure on him to bring him in, Rafael. But he said, I'm not counting my chickens. He says, because a lot can happen over this next few days because he's looking great, like empty, flat. He's looking full. So he doesn't want to fill in too much and overspill, and he wants to bring him in dry. So he's He's not. He said I think he'll be relieved after the show's done. But I think the goal is also to go and win the Arnold Brazil.
I'm surprised. Are you surprised he didn't just start with that show?
No, because he's done this before. He's pulled out of big shows before. I've lost count of how many shows he's actually pulled out of. Big shows. And I think if you get an invite to the Arnold Classic, you bloody do it, and you don't pull out. And I think they'll use, because obviously this is the first time working with Neil. So if anything needs to be tweaked where he can look even better, then they'll get it. They'll learn from the Arnold Columbus and they'll adjust it for the Arnold Brazil, and hopefully get him a clear win. But then again, I'm this good Vito guy. I wasn't blown away by him when he turned pro, but the recent pictures I'm seeing, I'm thinking, shit, this kid's been working. Yeah,
and I think it was you that brought up in the group chat. He had hernia surgery in last month, right?
I didn't bring that up.
I think Miguel did, but I mean, hernia surgery. My wife had it. I've known plenty of people that got it. Dennis Wolf got it. You come back, you're out of the gym for like 2 weeks, and then you just have to. It's not a big deal.
You've had long with your hair.
Yeah, it's been 4 weeks. Well, that's like 4 weeks and 2 or 3 days. So it's been over a month. I haven't touched away. Tomorrow I go back to the gym. Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow you start back training?
Yeah, I'm gonna do upper body, the whole upper body tomorrow.
Well, my training's gone through the roof, and don't laugh now. Don't laugh, because the only thing I've done differently, apart from my mindset, is I've started using creatine.
Oh my gosh!
Seriously, no, seriously. My it's just basic creatine monohydrate. My sort of strength has gone up. My volume for workouts has gone up. I feel better pump even before I walk into the gym. I feel like a pump before, I can feel it, which helps me connect and get that mind muscle connection a lot easier, because I haven't used it in so long. It's like it when the first time you use something, you get that real response. So that's what my body's doing. So like I was doing shoulders on Sunday, and I've been getting stronger every single week. But then I got the 90s, but I said, right, okay, to the guy, I said, pass me. So I'm going to get these for 8 reps. And I didn't even get 1 rep.
Is this bench press, like flat press?
Shoulder.
Oh, shoulder. Okay. I mean,
I've done 110 before.
I haven't been able to do more than 5 pounds with this side for a couple of years now.
Well, another few weeks of me training like this, maybe I'll be the same.
No, you'll be fine. Just don't. I was stupid for years and years. Jen complimenting my hair. Thank you, Jen. Of course, I have to put that one up. Giles looks happy. That could be his Christmas card. I agree. Use that for a Christmas card. Who does Christmas cards anymore? I get them in the mail, and I feel like an a-hole because I never send them out to anybody. No, I'm like, why stop? My rule, I almost tell people, you've sent me a Christmas card for like 10 years in a row. I haven't sent you one, so I wouldn't feel bad if you take me off your list. Take me off.
Do you know we used to get them from Ozzy Osbourne every year?
Oh, that's right. Ozzy Osbourne.
We used to get Christmas cards and your parents would put them on the string.
Yeah. Well, no, we didn't do that.
Say, who's this? Who's Ozzy, Dad? He's just this guy who used to come in the pub with his band when they were recording at the Rockfield Studios.
Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne bought you a Tonka truck when you were a boy, right?
Yeah, yellow Tonka truck. Yeah.
True story, guys. True story. Pulling for Samson. Yeah.
Possessed.
Vito won Giles over. I think Carlos will beat him. Oh, that's right. Is it Carlos is doing? Thomas Jr. is doing Brazil too.
Oh shit.
And I would imagine Nextzilla.
No. Hang on. Like, Carlos isn't doing. No, he's not even prepping yet.
Oh, all right. Never mind then.
No, Carlos will be probably Texas.
How much you bench, Giles?
I'm the worst bencher on the planet.
No, I'm worse than you. But go ahead.
Well, all time. Well, when I was younger, it doesn't really count, does it? Because I used to do 2 plates.
It does. Why not? Why doesn't it count? Yes, it counts. Go ahead.
I do. I used to do. The most I ever did was 220, 245s and a 35 aside.
Yep.
And I mean, literally, I got my strength back a few weeks ago, and I was doing like 225 on the flat Smith. Okay. But obviously, since my chest surgery, I've got a bit of an excuse.
Sure.
And I was always better with dumbbells. I've done 130s.
Yeah. I mean, I have 2 answers. One is by myself with nobody helping. 315 for like 8 or 10 with some guy doing an upright row along with me. It was like I did 405, but if there's a video, I bet you could see the guy going on every rep. But this was before videos. So Hadi will beat Samson, maybe.
I think so.
No, he won't, says Tony. I don't send Christmas cards either because I'm busy AF. I send Christmas texts. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Christmas cards.
Going back to Samson Hadi. I mean, I think Hadi's. I actually thought Hadi was going to win the Olympia last year. I wasn't shocked that Derek Lunsford won. I thought it could have gone either way, but I did have Hadi winning, and there was a lot of things I felt like he left the door open for, Derek, like the no posing routine, the softer back. What else was there? Oh, the shoulders still look a bit weird, but I did still have him winning. So in my eyes, he's ahead of Samson in terms of where they were up to when they last competed. But thing is with Samson, there's a very, very strong chance he's going to be better. But is Hadi going to be better than he's ever been, or is he going to be as good as he's ever been? So those triceps look a bit weird as well, don't they?
Oh no! Well, they're looking very, very full and round.
They look a bit suspiciously full to me.
There he's giving. That's not the finger. That's his index finger. So.
Yeah, I think the thing is though, if Hadi doesn't win this, I think he needs to do a Rami and step out.
Oh, I don't see that happening.
No, he can't. He has to win this. He has to win this. But like I said, but like I said on the last one we did, even if Hadi wins this, I still think Samson's the favorite going into win the Olympia this year.
Wow. You're talking about the favorite overall to win. Obviously, Derek is the defending champion, so he's the favorite.
Not for me.
Let's not get twisted, everybody. Let's go to the Dauda, the Samsoness. I was curious if there's anything, if he's done anything recent. Look at all those stories. My goodness gracious. Too many stories.
Have you noticed how much better his calves are now?
Were they bad before? Because I look at him now, and it's hard for me to think that they weren't always like this.
Like last year, he came in with like more dugout hamstrings, and I feel like this year he's improved his glutes. And since the Olympia, he's improved his glutes and his calves. That's where I've seen the biggest improvements. And I think he's got a little bit more. His calves are twice the size they were at the Olympia. If you go and compare him to the Olympia, seriously, he always had good calves, but I feel like they're really good now. I think they're excellent now.
Yeah, and I've never seen a contest come down to calves, but it adds an extra level of impressiveness to a physique.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's raining. Look at Columbus. Always crappy weather there.
It's the coldest place on earth, Columbus.
Well, it's not the coldest place on earth, but we were there. We were there and got caught in a blizzard at the after party with no cabs. I thought we were going to be stuck there forever. Oh. You didn't even have a proper jacket. You had a sport jacket, like a blazer. Unbelievable. Yep.
I was so cold. I mean, I thought we were actually going to die of exposure that night.
We survived. We made it. We gave dwarves is the correct word before you say the M word. We gave our taxi to the dwarf wrestlers who were there at the party. Yeah. This was the shot where we were kind of worried about his back. When this was at Pittsburgh, the NPC headquarters. This is just a few days ago.
See, look at the calves and the glutes. For me, they're better than they were at the Olympia.
Yeah. Development-wise, I'm from the back. This condition, this is not great lighting right here. Let's be real. Some of these pictures we've been putting up and videos from the guys, their lighting was just better than you'd see on a stage. They had that magic lighting in one corner of the gym at 3:42 p.m. with the sun coming in at a 18-degree angle, and I'm just making up numbers now. But yeah, like I said, if you look great in a flash, the flash is like the worst light possible. Does you no favors. There's with his. I called these dogs cane corsos for years, and it's cane corso. Look at that thing.
And it's funny because I stayed at Samson as well, but just after the 22 Arnold.
Yeah.
And that dog, it's like Samson. You don't realize how big. Like Samson looks big, but the dog looks big. But both of them are so much bigger in real life. That dog is like a Great Dane. It's huge.
Oh yeah,
Samson's so much bigger in real life as well. Like when he was posing, and I was just like, I was looking at on the video. I was thinking, God, he looks. You got to. That's why I think you've got to see him on stage in real life, because you realize just how physically large Samson is. I'm just really, really hoping that there's no burnout. Because I remember speaking to him in Prague at the after party, and he looked like he could barely hold himself up. He was absolutely exhausted, and he was having a couple of weeks off before he went right into this prep. So I just hope that he's still fresh. And I just hope. The thing is, when there's a weight of expectation, because he's made so many improvements in the last couple of years. Can he keep those improvements going? And if he hasn't, will it still be enough to kind of retain that title? Because don't forget, this is not just about winning the Arnold. This is about pulling ahead of Hadi. Because if he, if he beats Hadi, then this is going to be like a triple win for him, because he's won the second Arnold Classic and then he's beat the 22 Mr. Olympia. Arguably, could have won last year's Olympia. So then he's gone up another level, and then literally the only thing he's got to do now is take out Derek in October, and he's number 1.
Yeah, a lot of good comments. I'm just going to address this one real quick. No, they will never have the Arnold Classic. No, I don't believe they're ever going to have it anywhere than Columbus. It's firmly entrenched.
I can't stand Columbus,
I know. I mean, it's if you're used to places like Las Vegas, Orlando's different, but like Las Vegas is a 24-hour city. If the show gets out at 2 a.m., you don't have to go, oh no, there's nowhere to eat. Where are we going to eat? Because that's always our concern. Where are we going to eat? That's everybody's concern. There's always Columbus. If you don't get out of there if the show's not over by like 11, the only food I found close that was still open there's a pizza place on the corner. It sells like all the college kids lined up right on the corner there. If you take a left out of the Hilton.
With Columbus, like you'd think with the Arnold Classic coming to town, the taxis would run later, the restaurants would open later, but they don't. They're just like, no, we realize there's hundreds of thousands of people in Columbus, but we're not going to accommodate for them for a few and make millions of extra dollars. But I just never got that. I mean, we'd have to try and get to Max and Irma's or get to you just try and grab something. It was just, I treat going to these shows just like fasting.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the one thing that's great is because we live the bodybuilding lifestyle, we have that passion for it that maybe some of the guys in the media that they don't really lift and they don't eat the way we eat, they can't really relate to the athletes on that same level because they haven't lived that life. But then it makes it a pain in the ass because we're starving. I'm always like starving at these shows. You see me eating like a bar every 30 minutes, and the gas builds up as as it will. And me
asking you if you've got any bars because I've not brought any. Correct.
But then I got to go to the bathroom and I got to wait until some division that I'm not really going to do much coverage on. I'm always eating and I'm always going to the bathroom, and it's tough the press pit. I had it to like Hector Mendoza that worked with us for the last few years. He would get there to do the pictures and sometimes pictures and video. He'd park himself down there at like 6:37 in the morning when judging would start at 9 or 9:30 just to get a good seat. And he wouldn't get out. He wouldn't leave that seat. So he wouldn't drink anything. He wouldn't eat anything because he was worried he wouldn't be able to go to the bathroom for hours and hours.
I photographed for bodybuilding.com. I photographed the 2011 Arnold Amateur.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, that was like, and you're in that tiny little press pit in the old theater they had. And we're just literally crammed in there like sardines, and we're trying to move, maneuver, and like, it's so intense. I mean, you actually end up bonded with all those other photographers for life because there's so much reciprocation of, can you get the shot and go and get your shot, and because it was so tight in there and the days were so long. I mean, even then back in 2011, they had 6 bikini height classes, 6-figure height classes. And it was non-stop, and you got to get at least 2 photos of every single.
2. It's more like Hector would be taking. These are pro shows where the numbers aren't as big, but some of these they'll be taking like 30, 40 pictures of each competitor. Yeah. And the amateur shows, Arnold Amateur, I think it's had like 1,000 competitors at sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these photographers work their butts off. Jen says, reminder, we're only 500 subs away from 5K. Yes, help us out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. So guys, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that little notification bell thing. There's a little bell thing. If you hit that, you'll get notified when I come out with videos on this. Best physique on stage for the Arnold, 1998 Flex Wheel. Oh, Giles agrees. I was not at that show.
Mike Cox was.
Mike was. I don't think Mike's ever missed an Arnold.
I just some shows I wished I'd kind of gone to, because I went to the 2001 or 2002 Olympia, and in 2003 people were dropping out, and I was like, I don't really feel like going. And then Ronnie turned up like that. 2003. That's one Olympia I wished I'd gone to. One was the 98 Arnold, the 93 Arnold, the 91 Olympia. You watch the videos and stuff now, and you just think, God, I would love to have been there and experienced that, firsthand. Amazing.
Best physique. I don't know which one's the best I ever saw. Jeez. I saw Flex. I saw Flex win a couple. I saw Dexter win. I wasn't there for Ronnie. I think I wish I'd been at the one that Ronnie won. That would have been cool.
2001.
Did not go. Yeah, 2001. Didn't go that year. Hector's at the Arnold Classic this week and going for fun. Cool. Yeah. Too bad Ron couldn't go. I could have gone, but I blew all my travel money on new hair going to Turkey. Sorry. So, it'll be financially irresponsible of me. I'm definitely going to be at New York Pro because I can drive to that. I've already got the hotel room booked. Christian's going to come. He's going to be my assistant.
Nice.
He's going to be his first pro show. He's going to be looking at all the muscle mommies. Have you heard that? Do you know that phrase, muscle mommy?
Yeah.
It's a Gen Z thing, but man, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Giles, I hope you're going to be able to join me Friday, and I think I've invited a couple more people from Team MD, the old Team MD, I should say, the defunct Team MD, to join us.
Lauren's away on the weekend again. She was down in London last weekend doing some event thing. She's doing another one this weekend.
Oh boy!
So Saturday, I'm going to meet my friend George Fernando's, and then I'm going to come back and stay up, and because this Arnold Classic is not one I want to miss, because this is and I think the new promotional team have done a really good job as well. This new guys, I mean, the free live stream. And
ArnoldSports.com, guys, because that's the next question. Yeah, it's completely free. You just go to Arnold Sports and you click on the link, and you just have to register. They just want your email so they can send you promotional emails, and then you don't have to pay a damn thing for this webcast. So, webcast, is that not a thing anymore? Live stream. Showing my age, as always. When I say like record or cassette, people go, huh? 8-track, huh? Anyway, so that's it. Giles, thank you so much. Hopefully I will talk to you again Thursday right here on this channel, guys. So remember, Thursday, going to be here live doing a watch party with the gang. You're all welcome to please come and participate as we're watching along with the show in real time. Classic Physique judging is Friday morning. Friday night is Classic Physique finals along with open men judging. Then, of course, Saturday night, we're going to do the open men finals to see who's going to be the 2024 Arnold champ. Will it be Samson Dauda, the defending champ, Hadi Choopan, or one of these other guys that we've been talking about? You never know. You never know.
Do you want my top 6?
Go for it.
Hadi first. Samson second.
Yeah.
Rafael third.
Yeah.
Hollingshead fourth.
Okay.
Horse fifth. And I'm going with Delarosa in sixth.
Wow. I don't think I can argue with that, really. I might see, depending on condition, I could see Akim in there. Like I said, any of these guys, it could go so many different ways. That's exciting. That's what's exciting about this. It's not like at the Olympia, sort of the top 5 is a lot more not set in stone, but it's consistently guys like Nick Walker and Samson now and Derek and Hadi. You pretty much already know who's going to be the top 5 or top 6 at the Olympia. But at this show, after the first couple guys, a lot of different things could happen. So we'll find out in just a couple days. All right. Again, guys, like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate you watching. Come back Friday during the daytime for notifications, and Saturday day and night we'll be here. Thank you, Giles Tiger Thomas. Don't forget to follow him on Instagram at, was it Giles_Tiger?
That's correct.
Is that right?
Correct.
Oh, I actually remembered something. Good. Giles_Tiger.
Can I tell a funny story? Neil Hill today, he said, you sent me a voice note, and I'm okay saying this. He said, a few years ago, you said something I didn't like, so I blocked you. I didn't even know this, because me and him kind of, you move to America and you lose touch with people. I see him at the shows. Yeah. And I didn't even ask him why. And he said, it was something you said about Bonac. And he says, I was just emotionally triggered by it, and it really annoyed me. He said, I can't even remember what you said now. He said, but I've unfollowed you and blocked you or whatever. So I said, well, he said, look, give me your Instagram. He said, I'll try and follow you now. So he's tried to follow me. He can't find me. And I've tried to find him on that on my Giles and my Global Muscle, and it won't come up. I put the exact Instagram account name in, and it won't come up. So how is that? How does that work?
I don't know, but
We've not blocked each
other. Maybe he didn't unblock you properly or something.
Yeah, I just don't, because I won't come up on his, and he won't come up on mine, and we're trying to follow each other again. That
typically means somebody's still blocking somebody. Typically, yeah. I mean, I'm not an Instagram expert, but sounds fishy. Sounds fishy. Yeah. It's a good thing. I was going to say that you don't get a notification when somebody unfollows you or blocks you, because you'd be like, that mother. There'd be a lot of bad blood between people.
I always block lurker accounts though. And there's. I always, anyone looking at my stories, it's clearly like a spy account. I block them. I probably blocked 100.
Oh man, I can kind of in the back of my head, I'm already thinking a few of them might be, but that's okay.
Yeah, but you know what? What it says it blocks them and any other accounts they have. Like I've got Giles and Global Muscle, and I used to have MD. Yeah. So I don't have any. I've never had a lurker account, never had a fake account. I don't believe in all that bullshit.
I call it troll account.
Oh, it's annoying. It's just just say what you want to say under your actual name and have the balls to do it. Do you know what I mean? Don't hide behind some some fake account with no complete anonymity. I think that's really weak. So
keyboard warriors.
Yeah, it's pathetic. So I just think say what you say with your face, with your name. This is the problem with social media. And a lot of these, this is what causes the issues because people feel there's no accountability and there's anonymity. They can say what they want, and it's not good because it's just not. You just get blocked anyway. So anyone that gets blocked that has 20 fake accounts, I know there's people out there that do. They all get blocked, and any other new accounts they create as well. So
that's awesome because it's so easy. Yeah, thank God they could just come up with another troll account in 3 seconds.
Yeah. So finally, this audio sounds okay. Doesn't sound like I've got missing teeth.
No, it looks like you have extra teeth today. Chompers, look at that. Got beautiful teeth, beautiful hair. Look at that. We have the same hair now. Yeah, I just need to fill this in a little bit more. We'll be even. Yeah.
We're hair bros.
Yeah, well, I'll grow mine nice and shaggy when I can. We'll see how long that takes. We'll see.
I can see you with a Fabian. Is it Fabian?
Fabian?
Fabian. What's that guy there off the covers? The front
Fabio.
Fabio.
Yeah. There was a guy named Fabian. I think he was a singer back in like the 50s or something, 60s. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to take a full year for this to look the way it's supposed to look.
My hairdresser had his done, and his looks great now.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well. Fingers crossed. All right, well, let's wrap it up so I can take Branch on a walk. He's very anxious to go poop. So that's it. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you all on Saturday. Thank you, Giles Tiger. Thanks, everybody who watched. Thanks, Jen, for hopping on, and all of you guys on the live chat. Appreciate it so much. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again in just a couple days. Bye-bye now.